So they'll be calling you a radical. This is important in support of Dana Durnford's work up there. First off, all you fucking fools that are saying, run a Geiger counter over a dead fucking animal, it's going to tell you absolutely 0.0. These animals are starved to death. Hello? Fucking Fukushima, the energy that's coming off there, Geiger counter won't even read it. We don't even know what the fuck it is. Geiger counters aren't fucking set up to read fucking something that comes off a nuclear meltdown, which I named. We don't know what it is. Now, for everybody, because we're on whale watch, dead whale watch on the migration, I'll be in California, Mexico, hopefully working as soon as I can, as soon as we get some reports. Timing means everything. I have very limited resources. So, look, if you're out there, somebody says, cut a sample. Yeah, cut a sample and go to prison. It is against the law to touch one of these dead freaking animals. It's illegal as fuck, I'm telling you. Oh, I know. The true marine biologist, Kevin Blanche. So you have to have credentials, and these people that do cut them up and they'll get right back to the marine biology departments are derelicts. They never get back. They'll just tell you they're mystified, they're baffled, they're puzzled, they're stumped, the greatest acute collapse in human history. So when you're out there and you're, looking and you see one, take a little video, send it to myself and or Dana. We'll get this stuff documented. 2 years ago when I say, and everybody's laughing at me on the gray whale, well, they're laughing at me on the tide pools, in 2012, 13, 14, laughing at me on the salmon collapse. And this is important too, because this is out. This is being reported by Washington, has been, again, funded studies. When Kevin Blanche gets no funding, it has to be all, my little post-ignorance army that has to fund this, which is outrageous. Where is academia? So they come out and say that the salmon are all near extinction. Now, the quantum leap that people take is somehow they think this has been going on for years. Remember, read my fucking lips. This is unarguable fact. You can look up the data. It's posted, ODFW, WFW, University of Washington. Freaking, it's everywhere. They used sonar Army Corps engineers who classified me. Record returns on all species of salmon. 2010, 2011, then the short cycle salmon, which is the steelhead, they started to collapse immediately on cue after Fukushima, 1 to 2 year cycle. The 5-year cycle salmon, which on average is 5-year cycle, they go up to 8, is the Chinook salmon. That is the hallowed beast. Those had record returns. Look it up. They're grandstanding all over. There's videos all over. Army Corps engineers, everybody's putting out record returns. 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Expected record returns in 26. Collapse. Acute collapse. 1.4 million returning Chinook salmon on the Columbia River. And that's with gill netting. So that means that they gill netted that many. In front of the dam, they had almost 3 million returning, big, healthy. Tim Martin's freaking, in 2010, caught the world record steelhead. Fuck, that thing's 35 pounds. Catch and release. So they've went from 3 million to down under, with the gill netting, they went clear down to 333,000. With the gill netting, they're down under 500,000 from 3 million. Acute collapse. So, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. The salmon are on the verge of extinction post-2011. Just like the tide pools collapsed post-2011. The freaking Great Western Drought of the United States post-2011. All this, the fires post-2011. That's all coincidence, bro. No, it's not. Coincidence doesn't get it in science. What we do as freelancers, I cannot believe at this point that we still do not have mainstream media attention. The whole riot situation and my compare and contrast situation with the Million Mask, still, they're going to deny our work at this point. This delusionary, fucked up, third world fucking country is disgusting. They're living in a delusionary state. Third world America. State-run media, no doubt. Freaking attempted fucking coups of elections. Don't drink the water. Collapsed ecology. It's a delusionary freaking populace. My thus the Post-Ignorance Project. So all hands on deck. Dana is great work up there. When they cut that hole in there, of course that's what they're cutting it for. They're cutting it for scientists to freaking examine in labs. But the problem is, the PhDs are all captured. In Canada, oh, they're even worse than we are here. If Dana was to even touch that ammo, and I know, I was walking the coast of California in 2015. I was dying of cancer, full of AML leukemia, as you know. I walked the entire coast, from Mexico to San Francisco, while I'm dying, given too much to live, went in the bone marrow transplant 11-11-11. I come up on a humpback as it was dying at Half Moon Bay. Right at sunup, I was very cold that morning. I had no cell phone, I had no nothing. I was out of food, I was out of water. I was really trembling. I remember I walked up around the corner, I was coming, and I saw it. I'm like, whoa. And I walked in, it was a humpback right as she was dying. Her wound was bleeding. So I took out my roller and just rolled. Fukushima killed me in her own blood. And then I put it in the sand, rolled it with my feet. You know, as the sun come up, the hypocrites showed up. Oh my God, you know, here come the cops, here come all kinds. Tried to arrest me. And I remember somebody with a cooler head, a hierarchy, somebody with some power, came down and says, don't you dare arrest Kevin Blanch. Kevin Blanch does not need to be arrested. In fact, he should be given an award. And he said, thank you for all your work, Kevin. So don't touch him. You know, only those liars can, and we'll get back to you, and they all lie. So, and a Geiger counter is going to tell you absolutely zero. By the way, if you're doing Geiger counter readings, you have to do the same Geiger counter reading in the same place for literally months and months and months to get a good inset, to get any real good data. To hodgepodge a Geiger counter reading is actually asymmetric. So, and by the way, a Geiger counter is not going to read this, what came off Fukushima. It's never happened before. So now it's being disclosed to Kevin Blanch. I had a whistleblower coming to me. This is about the 15th one this morning. Called me and says, Kevin, they had a, and he told me even the name of it, and it's Japanese, the Japanese word for Operation Nuclear Meltdown's Coverup. You know, and I can't speak Japanese. So he says that's what it was, run out of the bunker, just like you said in Hawaii. And they hired PR firms, just like you said, and they physically had your name on it and attacked you. You know, Dana knows this. I know this. I mean, they physically hired PR firms while I'm in critical condition. And he says it's the biggest, he says they use PR firms, you know, the greenwashing, but it's bigger than that. The DOE did this. Obama and the Trump administration did this. So it's being full-blown outed. It was an operation, huge, massive, with my name on it. Unreal. Thanks, Dana. Keep up the good work. You know, I'm whale watching here in the high desert of Utah, the marine biologist. Stay tuned.